Hi, welcome back to HATV, and AM and PM are here, and we're glad that you're back with us. And today we're lucky to have Sam Bartholomew with us, and he's a health minister here in Shelby, North Carolina. Not that he's from Shelby, he's from Huntsville, Alabama, and but he's here in Shelby doing the health minister training this week. And so, Sam, it's great to have you with us today.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, and thank you so much for coming in to share. And could you tell us just a little bit about your testimony and your healing that you've had from changing lifestyle?
Okay. First of all, I was diagnosed as a diabetic 12 years ago. And I really didn't take care of myself the way I should. And it finally caught up with me this past year. First of all, I started falling and going to the doctor, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. And finally, I wasn't able to walk. And they ran all kinds of tests, and they were like, "Oh, you all right?" You know, and I'm like, "I'm not all right because I can't walk." And finally, one of your ministers in South Georgia got a hold of my name, and they called me. And I explained my problem. And she said, "Oh, that's no problem. We'll take care of you. But you got to follow our directions." She said, "Are you a meat eater?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm a big meat eater. I eat meat 3 times a day." And she said, "Well, you might have to give that up." I said, "I don't know about that." You know, and then finally, she persuaded me. When I realized that I couldn't get out of my bed and walk, I had to give something up. And she got me started on my juices. And then I told her, I said, "You know what? I'm going to take myself off of insulin, because for the last 5 months, my sugar was 525. Now, you know, if anybody's sugar that high, it's 2 things that's going to happen. You either have a stroke or you die. I went with that sugar at 525 for 8 months. They changed my medicine 3 times. Didn't do no good. So I took myself off the insulin, and I started juicing. In about 2.5 months, my sugar started coming down. And I can say, thanks to God, and thanks to Hallelujah Acres, my sugar today is 125.
Wow.
And it's stable at this point. And I had stopped driving because my feet couldn't walk, had spasms in my feet. And now I'm able to run, jump, scream, laugh. And all the glory is due to God and Hallelujah Acres. Wow. And your minister, Miss Mary Ashley from Dixie, Georgia. Wow. And I can thank her every day. She called and kept up with me. "Are you juicing? Are you doing this? Are you doing that?" And I told her,
own coach, was she?
Exactly. Wow. She should have been a doctor to keep up with her patients. But I thank God for her, and I thank God for Hallelujah Acres.
Now you are going to be a health minister.
Yes, I am.
Are you going to be a coach?
Yes, I am.
I bet you are.
First of all, 3 weeks ago, I went home to bury my uncle. He was 91 years old. And I got members in my family that's up in age, and they have illnesses. And when they looked at me, because they were supposed to bury me before my uncle, and when they looked at me, just tears started coming out of my family's eyes and said, "What did you do?" I said, "I'm no longer a meat eater. I'm a vegan. No milk, no cheese, no eggs." They were like, "Well, what do you eat?" "I juice." And they were, and right now, before I left New York, 2 of my brothers joined the organization. Wow. They are diabetics. Okay. And they went on the program.
Oh my.
And it's amazing how they saw me, because they came to Huntsville to say their goodbye to their brother. And to see me rise up, they were like, "Okay, we got to get off the needle. We got to get off the pills. You know, you're an inspiration to us." I said, "Thank God." And that's why I want to go back. And anybody that I meet, whether I meet you in the store, at church, on the street, I'm going to tell you my testimony if you ask me a question. And that's the way, that's my story.
Wow.
So you'd been diabetic, And on insulin for 12 years.
For 12 years.
How long had your brother been on it?
Okay, my brother, he's been on insulin for 18 years.
Wow.
And he's scared to win himself off, but, you know, like he went to the doctor and the doctor told him that, you know, you need to cut down on your insulin because his sugar is coming down.
So he's starting to see the response.
He started to see the response through his eating.
Do you think when he's cut off like you have, we could interview him too?
Actually,
yes.
We'd love to get the three brothers together.
You guys are a testimony to so many people.
Yeah.
What an inspiration you have been.
So did you, when you started juicing, did you cut out the meat at that same time?
Oh, yeah. Be honest about it, I went cold turkey.
Did you?
Overnight, I became a vegetarian.
Okay.
You know, I had to throw out my chicken and my turkey and my bologna and my... But you know what? It was worth it. And I lost a lot of weight.
Was it hard?
Did you?
How much weight did you lose?
100 pounds.
100 pounds?
100 pounds. I was 305 pounds.
Look at you. You're lean.
And I'm 200.
That is incredible.
You're lean.
Yes.
You look great.
You
Thank
do.
you.
You really
Thank
look
you.
great.
You have clear eyes.
So you lost 100 pounds since when?
Oh, it's been about, well, due to sickness and laying in the bed, you know, that's going to take a lot off of you. So actually, when I got on a diet, I lost probably about 35, 40 pounds.
Okay.
But all the other weight was gone before I came on the diet.
Wow. Well, you
But
look
that means
great.
you were sick.
I was very sick.
Lost it from being sick.
Exactly.
How long have you been on the diet?
I've been on the diet now for 4.5 months.
Months. Okay.
4.5 months.
So your
Still did well.
your blood sugars come down in that 4.5 months.
4.5 months. You know, earlier I had said 3 months, but you know, you lose track of time when you get excited and telling folks, you know, and I had to sit down last night and I was saying, like, I told them 3 months, but it's 4.5 months.
Time flies.
It flies.
It slips away from us.
It flies.
Do you miss the meat?
Oh, no. Mm-mm. I don't miss it. Not when I can stick my finger in the morning and it says 125, 120. I don't miss it. Because I know if I go back to that flesh, I'm going to have problems.
Yes, sir, you will. You're right.
That's really neat.
Wow.
That's powerful. So what caused you to come to health minister training?
Well, one of the reasons I came is because of my brothers. When they came down to see me and they came to say their goodbyes or whatever, and they saw me in New York, they were like, man, whatever you're doing, you need to tell people. And they kind of inspired me. And so I started telling folks, you know, people, friends that I know that's diabetic. And it just so happened that I started getting calls. You know, friends of mine that I went to school with and said, man, I'm a diabetic. Can you help me? I said, nah, I can't help you. Only God can. You know, sometimes we take all the praises for ourselves, but we got to watch that. We got to give God the glory.
Right.
And so I'm giving him the glory, and that's why I'm here, because I want to go spread the word.
Yes. Well, and you don't really have to say much other than what you did. And they can hear what you said.
Yes.
And they can choose to do that as well.
Exactly.
And they can see the results. People who know you can see the results.
They definitely can see it.
You are an inspiration. I look forward to hearing your testimony as a health minister. My suspicion is you will reach many more people than even you dreamed of.
Yes.
I pray and hope I will.
And I look forward to hearing more about your brothers and how the family does it. I mean, you know, people don't realize that they have the same disease that the rest of the family does, or they're going to get it because they all eat the same food.
Exactly.
They're used to eating the same way.
And what makes it so bad with my family, diabetes run on both sides of the family, mother and father. You know, so that's what makes it dramatic.
And it's not necessarily in the genes as much
Well,
as
that's
it's
true.
in the plate.
You can break that generational curse, and you did.
Yes.
Bless your heart.
Yes.
Well done. Well, we sure apprate you coming on and
Appreciate
sharing your
being here.
testimony with us.
What a gift it's been.
And well, I love your energy. It's really contagious. Yes, passion. And we look forward to all the work and wonderful work you're going to be doing as a health minister. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us today, and we sure are glad that we have Sam on today with us. And this is AM and PM, and we'll see you next time on HATV.